Hey everybody, this is Peter with Tabletop Gaming Guild, and today we are back taking a look at another one of Free League Publishing's Forbidden Lands books. And Forbidden Lands is Free League Publishing's ode to the fantasy genre of role-playing games and is their answer to the OSR or the old school Renaissance, where games are looking kind of back to the games of the 70s and the style of play in the 70s, but modernizing them to today's time. The book in question today is Crypt of the Mellified Mage, and this is one of their adventure site books. So this is the second adventure site book that Free League has put out for Forbidden Lands, and in this book you are going to be getting 4 adventure sites. And adventure sites in Forbidden Lands come in one of 3 flavors. There are going to be dungeons, there are going to be castles, and there are villages. And so we are given in this book 4 really well written adventure sites that we could drop into our Forbidden Lands game. Plus, it gives us some really great examples of how to write adventure sites. And so as a game master, eventually you're going to probably want to create some of these yourself, and you are given some really great rollable charts in the Games Master Guide for Forbidden Lands, but it's also always really great to see some examples of these done for you ahead of time so that you can get your creative juices flowing. What we're going to do now is go ahead and read a portion of the introduction for this book, and then we will take a look at one of the adventure sites really quickly just to give you an idea of the different things that are made available to you in the adventure site. And then again, hopefully that will let you know if this is a book that you would find interesting to put into your game or not. And yeah, so let's go ahead and read from the introduction. In this book, we have collected 4 adventure sites written by some of the most intriguing writers in the hobby today. While Forbidden Lands is built on a foundation of sword and sorcery, old school aesthetics, and sandbox gaming, the tales told with the game can go in very different directions. In Crypt of the Mellified Mage, Fiona Maeve Geist, writer for the space horror game Mothership, invites you to a dungeon of dripping honey, weird insectoids, and the foul abomination that was once the sorcerer Pagog. David McGrogan, author of the fabulous Yu Suan, summons you to the magical warmth of the firing pit of Lao Yuti, where a master of his craft creates the most beautiful pottery in the world for the right price. In Temple of the Six-Limbed Lord, Sedek Su, creator of the brilliant 1,000,000 Islands, leads you to the Temple of the Monkey King and drops you in the midst of a struggle for control over the titular Six-Limbed Lord. Lastly, Adam Coble, co-writer of Dungeon World, takes you on a dizzying tour through a mad mage's mind. It is a dungeon filled with memories, regrets, and aching pain, where the monsters are nightmares and your own worst fears become real. 4 visions from the Forbidden Lands, told by 4 masters of their craft. So strap on your backpack, light your torch, head into these magical places, and make them your own. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a quick look at Crypt of the Mellified Mage. So each adventure site is given a type. It's right underneath the title of the adventure site itself, and this one is a dungeon. This book particularly comes with 3 dungeons and 1 village, so there are no castle adventure sites here in this book. But each adventure site opens with an italicized bit of flavor text, a little bit of a kind of a story for you there, and then you dive into the background of the adventure site itself. After the background, you're given some information about getting here, ideas about ways to get your PCs to the crypt itself, and then you're given the legend. The legend is a very important part of an adventure site or even artifacts in Forbidden Lands, because this is a land that has not been traveled through. The players don't know where these locations are. They don't even know that these locations exist. So how do you get them excited to go out and explore and find them? Well, you're going to give them an NPC, or you're going to give them a piece of treasure that somehow knows about this location and gives them that information. And the legend is the bit that you want to give to your players at that point in time. Here in this chapter, you can see the legend, but also great thing that they did for you is at the very end of the book is a single page with the legend for each of these adventure sites typed up and ready for you. All you need to do is print it out, give it to your players at the right time, or maybe even take a picture of it, text it to them. However it is you're communicating with your players, you want to get them this legend so that you can get their excitement going. You give them a reason to want to go out and try to find this location. And then you get into really the meat and bones of this adventure, which is the locations. These locations are going to be throughout the adventure site, and you will also get this wonderful 2-page map of the location itself, and everything is numbered here, and the numbers of course will then correspond with the numbers for each of the locations throughout this chapter. You're also going to be getting some treasure. It looks like here a treasure room where you're going to roll on a d6 chart, and then there's going to be some monsters and creatures throughout, NPCs throughout, that you'll be getting text blocks for. At the very end, you get a bit of an aftermath that you will use for your adventure site, as well as maybe some events that you want to throw into the game for your PCs. So that is what you get with these adventure site books from Free League Publishing. You're getting 4 pre-written, ready to drop into your game adventure sites that you don't have to write yourself. You can read them ahead of time, and then you can run them for your players. Again, most of these look to be able to be run in a single session, but your adventure sites in your game don't have to be just single sessions. They could be multiple sessions as well. I think these are fantastic things for Free League to put out, ways to get your creative juices flowing, get you excited about the game as well, and then also make your life a little bit easier so that whenever you're just doing a one-shot or a drop-in, or it's just kind of a last-minute session, you don't have to put a whole lot of thought into it. You can read through this adventure site and run it for your players. So everybody, I love this game by Free League Publishing. It's just a really exciting hex crawl adventure game for you and your players, and I love that they're continuing to support it by putting out some of these adventure site books, as well as full-on campaign books, which we'll be looking at in future videos. So everybody, thank you for watching this. I hope this excited you. I hope it gave you a better idea of what you would be getting if you pick up this book. And if you're excited about it, head on over to freeleaguepublishing.com's website so that you can go ahead and purchase some of these books, run these games for your players. If the video helped, go ahead and give it a like and maybe subscribe to the channel. Head over to tabletopgamingguild.com to find out a little bit more about what we're up to. And until we talk again, everybody, keep on playing games.